Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Let me get into this shit. You're going to forgive me. I was kind of drinking a little bit, but it's some shit that I needed to say, and I needed to say this shit. I'm so tired. All right. Same old soliloquy where I get on here and talk politics, and I essentially just repeat myself. But damn, man, I've been looking into this bill, fucking 900 fucking pages, and I'm still trying to figure out what the real problem is. Was it yesterday? Not too long ago, I was having a conversation with my dad. And we were just discussing this bill, and he was actually pretty upset about the shit. He's talking about the whole issue with financial aid forgiveness or FAFSA forgiveness. Excuse me. He was talking about granddad. Apparently, his benefits were cut despite him being a veteran. He was discussing my great aunt, her losing her. It wasn't even losing, like it was getting cut by a percentage, but apparently her social security was being cut. And I'm trying to figure out when, how, why. I'm reading this bill, and this is talking about the Medicare, Medicaid, and first things first. With regular Medicare, they're straightening the eligibility requirements. So they're making regular health care easier to get. And Medicaid, they're attempting to reduce the fraud. They're improving the enrollment process, reducing duplicate enrollment. Okay, they're removing alien Medicaid eligibility. Like essentially what they're doing, because it's a lot of shit that's going on. But the reason why I'm so bewildered is because veterans and the elderly are supposed to be protected under this bill. I don't understand how they could be losing benefits because of this shit. Especially when you read the shit, what it's doing is preventing people from taking advantage of the welfare system. Okay, you see it a lot. I'm just going to talk about the black community because this is what we were discussing. Okay, because he literally said, I don't want my people to be harmed or injured or suffer because of what Trump is doing in office. And my reply to that, or at least my reaction, or at least what's going on in my mind is, why the fuck are we even on Medicare in the first place? That's my question. Like, Medicare doesn't, not even Medicare, welfare in general. I've talked about Lyndon B. Johnson in the past. I talked about how he literally stated that we will be voting Democrat for the next 200 years, specifically because black people were getting welfare. I talked in the past about the welfare system, and what it's done to the black community. All right. We're too damn reliant on the shit. Like, the black community has been on the nipple of the government for far too long, and it's time for them to be weaned off the milk of welfare. It is time, bro. We're too damn reliant on this shit. We have women trading in their men. This has been going on in the 80s. It's been going on longer than I have been alive. Women trading in their men for food stamps and shit. You can get this welfare as long as you break up the black family. Like, this shit has been in play for the longest. And now that Trump is putting a wedge in the welfare, we're fucking complaining. Forget the fact that he's making regular Medicare easier to get right here. Okay. He's, providing permanent tax relief for middle class families and workers. And part of that was the no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, etc. We're literally in the prime where we can just work for the money that we can get, take the money that we can get, and put it into something, an appreciating asset, especially considering how the market was low for a bit. Things are cheaper now. You can just buy into it now. Trump was literally even saying, buy now, buy while it's low. But instead of thinking about that or thinking about the opportunity that has been created, we're crying about welfare. And in the case of my grandfather and my great aunt, I really just believe that the issue is that they just need to reapply. That's it. Because the eligibility has been changed a little bit. So they need to reapply. If you are disabled, okay, if you have mental disabilities, if you were a veteran, you get what I mean, you're going to get your welfare. If you're elderly, you're going to get your welfare. Okay, but if you're one of these, for example, single mothers out here, you're living in Section 8 and got multiple babies by different baby daddies, you're going to have to provide some proof that you're at least putting in 20 hours of work a week. Just 20 hours, which isn't a lot. Like, if anything, 20 hours, like me personally, if I could work 20 hours, that just gives me more time to work on other shit. But granted, I don't just sit around and do nothing all day. That's just me, though. I'll leave the whole fucking bill in the damn description. You can read it for your fucking self. All right, I'm tired because it feels like I'm just constantly, because this isn't just family that's been coming at me. I have other people, oh, Trump just cares about the rich, even though a lot of shit that he's been doing has been beneficial to the middle class. Like, cutting taxes to the rich does not do anything to us negatively. If anything, it's going to make products cheaper. Y'all were complaining about tariffs and how it was going to make everything expensive because companies were going to try to charge us for the amount of money that they were paying via the tariffs, which that wasn't the plan in the first place. Like, the whole thing with tariffs, we just did a deal with China recently. Okay, we have companies coming to America and building factories now, which is going to increase the amount of jobs that we have here in America. It's essentially reversing the effects of NAFTA that Bill Clinton did. Like Trump is essentially trying to undo years, and not even years, decades of damage that's been done to America. And just like with the tariffs, it's going to hurt at first. I'm just going to be honest. Because when you're doing new things and you're opening up opportunity, you got to cut off a lot of shit that's been keeping us bound and keeping us in a negative. It's hard to expand when you're still attached to welfare. It's hard to grow when you're still stuck nursing off the government. You get what I mean? Now that that's been cut off, you're forced to actually have to do some shit for yourself. And that's just for the able-bodied people. The people who can't work are still going to get their welfare. And all they're requiring is just 20 fucking hours. That's not a lot. 20 hours? Are you serious? I can clear 20 hours. Like, I'm not even finna get into that shit, bro. This shit is... that. If all I had to do was work 20 hours, that'd be a fucking blessing. I'll just say that. For some fucking food stamps. Why are you trying to get food stamps at that point anyway? Like, I'm not finna go deep into all that shit. Bottom line is, we have so many things that are setting Americans up to actually benefit if they're willing to put in the work. But instead, we're complaining about welfare. We just had Trump create peace in the Middle East. Yeah, yes, he did. Okay, all you doomers out there talking about World War III, that didn't happen. We actually are getting a lot of peace treaties from multiple different countries. Okay. And yes, Trump has called out Israel as well. He's not a fucking puppet of Netanyahu. I've been hearing a lot of that shit too. Okay. He's giving tax breaks to middle class families. And the only thing that really was taking a hit, which was under the, which section was it? Because just talking about health and Medicaid, but this was dealing with the excessive spending, because we have a lot of excessive spending going on. We also got some stuff for small business owners as well, benefits for them too. But he's benefiting workers, he's benefiting small business owners, he's benefiting middle class families, etc. The only thing that's taking a hit is the government assistance. And that's if you're able-bodied. What the fuck is the problem? That's my question. Like, and I already know where it came from, right? You got online, you read the news, you saw this shit. Trump's promoting the big beautiful bill, and the first thing I see is, oh, he's going to cut Medicaid. He's going to cut food stamps. He's going to get rid of this. Like, bro. And for what? Then the bill passes and you realize he didn't really cut anything. All that change was what the qualifications for were. It just requires you to have a fucking job, because too many people were gaming the system, and then also cut the illegals out of welfare, because they've been getting a lot of our welfare benefits. Free housing, thousands upon thousands of dollars in food stamps, etc. Coming in here, starting businesses and shit, working under the table, taking our money and getting free government assistance on top of that shit. And you wonder why we're having issues in our housing. You wonder why. Well, that was part of it. It's not the full ordeal, because, corporations getting involved in public housing is also an issue, which I pray Trump addresses. But there's a lot of shit, man. There's so much going on right now that needs to be addressed, that needs to be taken care of. So many more important things. And instead, we're here complaining about fucking welfare, bro. Like, America, well, not even America. I know that more white folk are on welfare than black people, but that's only because they're just more white people in America. The black population has been stuck at fucking 13%. And that's because our women keep aborting our fucking children, which is another fucking issue in the black community. And they ain't have shit to do with resources. It's done out of convenience and selfishness and irresponsibility. A lot of shit can be traced back to the women, but you don't want to hear that shit either. So, back to what I was getting at. Black people being stuck on welfare. The shit broke apart the black community, broke apart the nuclear family. It empowered women, quote unquote, to live on their own, and they have a bunch of babies just so that they can get more fucking assistance. Requiring them to work is not a bad thing. It's not. People who take advantage of the system when they're clearly able to get a job, that's not a bad thing. All right. Them having to work at least 20 hours just to get some assistance it's not a bad thing. I don't see what the fucking problem is. If you're having issues or something seems off, reapply or call the people, talk to them. But if anything, we need to be off of welfare. It's a crutch. It's an anchor. It is. It's like wearing shoes with a lot of cushion. Your foot muscles can't develop. That's why your shit's so fucked up now. Remove the crutch, remove the anchor, and force people to be in an environment to where they have to grow, to where they have to build, to where they have to figure this shit out. And then there will be some growth. Can't do that when you're still on the government titty. But it is what it is. I was going to talk more about the people, but I've done that already. I've done too much of that shit. Okay? People still drinking the Kool-Aid. Everyone's still believing the news, believing Facebook, believing randos on Twitter and shit. People coming out talking about they prophesying and shit when they ain't. They're just speaking out of fear. They ain't really getting a word from God. All of it, man. It's getting on my damn nerves. It's not why I'm drinking right now. I'm just relaxing right now, but I had to make this fucking video. It's just a quick one. If you want to see my comments on the whole Epstein shit, which I'm still keeping my eye on, something's off with Pam Bondi and Kash Patel. But this might be a this might open up something else. I'm got my eye open right now. My eyes open right now. In the meantime, I'm trying to shift focus. I haven't been talking about politics. I'm just tired of arguing with people. Okay, I've been doing this shit for 6 years and been getting nothing but straight up hatred over the fact that I voted for Trump. And it's getting fucking annoying, especially when I feel like I'm the only conservative in my area. You know what I mean? Like, I'm surprised how many people are so easily dismayed by fucking propaganda. But all you can do is pray in this situation. I'm just gonna be honest here. It is what it is. All I can do is sit back and watch. That's all I've been doing, is sitting back and watching. That's it. And if you've been keeping up with my live streams, thank you. But that's essentially what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be playing a lot more games, trying to be more friendly, trying to crack more jokes. You know what I'm saying? I actually been resetting up my multi-streaming, and I actually now have a Kick platform. So I'll be multi-streaming on Kick, Twitch, and YouTube. That's what I plan on doing. Okay, because YouTube's been on some bullshit, and I can't talk about what I want to talk about on Twitch. So if I have 3 going at the same time, if 1 or 2 of them go down, you can always move to the 3rd platform and it'll still be up. But anyway, I'm done talking about this shit. I'll leave this in the description and you can fucking read it for your damn self. I'm done, man. Peace.